Papa Bear here. Decided to try something new, something unique, something probably a little stupid or crazy or whatever. As many of you probably have seen, or if not, you should see. There's a series. Well, it's not. What's the channel? The channel.
The channel is First We Feast, and the program is Hot Ones.
The Hot Ones. That's it. Introduce my friend Jay over here. He's probably as crazy, if not crazier than I am, that we're going to be doing this. So in the Hot Ones, they interview famous people. Neither one of us are actually famous. But we had a great idea. We're both lovers of hot sauces. And so we had a great idea that we would just have a conversation while eating wings. Kind of let the hot sauce and the wings kind of direct the conversation, and we'll talk about the hot sauces. I think, Jay, you probably know a little bit more. You buy a lot more varieties than I do. I have my favorites. So, and we're going to wind up all the way at the end with 2.2 million Scovilles, which is the last dab, the program we watch, or the video channel we watch. That's their own creation. So we're going to start off with sriracha. And I was saying, this is ketchup to me.
If it's a good one, yeah. There's sriracha. There's a couple of brands that are just off. That are
really.
Yeah.
I mean, you can taste occasionally a little tang, but I get more of the sweetness from this than anything else. I like it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I use this on ketchup. Anywhere I'd use ketchup, I'd use this. So, that's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Good, just run of the mill any day sauce.
Yeah, nothing special. Okay.
Next, we're gonna do Tapatio, which comes in at 3,000 Scovilles.
Now this is another one that I use just like
Yeah.
every day, right? I mean, do you?
I don't have Tapatio in the house. I think it's almost more of a regional sauce, depending on where you're from, is where you get
Really?
introduced to it. We had just other stuff, and then I never
Never got it.
into just using that one. I've had it a time or two.
Yeah.
But it's not one of my go-to hot sauces.
Yeah. Like I said, this is a daily, to like throw up in a mix. I've done sriracha so much and just kind of throw this in. I like these. So, what got you liking hot sauces?
My dad.
Really?
Growing up, every year my dad would get a sauce called El Pato.
Okay.
It's a little yellow can that's got a duck on it.
Okay. I'll
And
look at that.
the name of the sauce, I think, translates into something like the duck. And so he'd get that a couple times a year because you couldn't find it up here.
Right.
So family would send it up, and that would always be, would do eggs or any Mexican food. That sauce would come out, and just the spoonfuls of it all
Really?
over everything.
Really? Have you ever gone back to figure out like what Scoville it is, or
I
where's
haven't. It's a very mild sauce.
Right.
It's like an enchilada sauce.
Oh, okay.
Type thing.
But it was like that first.
That was that first introduction.
See, for me, it was working in East LA when I was a paramedic. I used to eat like real. I mean, forget the Taco Bell stuff. I was going to little taco stands, and used to go down to Tijuana and get really good stuff. So I got used to eating like the good stuff.
Yeah.
And when you eat the good stuff, it makes going to like these Mexican restaurants really miserable.
It does.
Because it's not like you're barely Tex-Mex. Forget like Mexican food. You're barely Tex-Mex at this point.
Yeah. I had a similar experience with different salsas and things in when I was at 29 Palms in the Marine Corps. There were
29 Stomps. Yeah, I've been there many times.
So the taco truck that would pull up just outside the gate, and
Right.
everybody would go to would have sauce or, just any of the roadside stands, you'd get phenomenal homemade sauce.
Yeah, homemade. Crystal. I mean, this was in my. I'll tell you this. That bottle has been like I've had it for over 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how little I've used it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think. I can't say I don't like it, but it just.
It's not a sauce that just draws you in a lot.
You know, it's a pepper sauce.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, it's almost like saying, like Tabasco sauce, right? It's just straight Tabasco sauce, and there's no really like like the sriracha. I like the sweetness to it. There's a little more complexity with it, but this is just kind of it's pepper sauce.
It gives you a little bit of flavor, a little bit of spice, and again, I think that one's a very regional sauce.
And that's
The
4,000.
The Cristal is 4,000 Scovilles. I ran into that one when I was at one of my training units in Virginia.
Right.
That's in almost every single restaurant you go
It's
to.
Cristal. Yeah, and I've read that it's like really popular in the restaurant trade. It's just to me is just like okay, you know, it's nothing special. I like the wings. I gotta pat myself on the back for the wings.
Wings are phenomenal.
Yeah, I gotta pat myself. So we found a new way to do the wings, and it's basically you're cooking them twice. And the one way that there's a program, Binging with Babish.
Yep.
Have you seen? I love that
I have.
program. I love
Phenomenal.
that. And so they do the low and slow like 200 or 225, and for 20 minutes. And then you take them out and you let them cool off, and then you fry them at 400. Now he says 10 minutes, and I'm like, that's 3 minutes, and they're crunchy on the outside, but the inside. And what I did with these is we sous vide them. So you cook them at a sous vide. Even familiar with a sous vide?
I'm not.
It's you put it in like in a vacuum bag,
Okay.
and then you put it in water immersion,
Oh,
and so it brings it up to the temperature and stays there. So you can
Okay.
leave it like an hour, 2 hours, walk
Okay.
away from it. But that way it never gets above the temperature. It's a perfect all the way through. You take them out and then let them dry. They say like 8 hours. You have to let them dry for 8 hours, and they're really rubbery and they're not really good. But you put them in the fryer after that, and you get this skin that's like really crispy, crunchy, and the meat staying there won't fall off the bone.
Yeah.
So.
Phenomenal job on those. Definitely worth doing those.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, all right, no, I'm gonna make more.
This one is Pirate's Lantern, and it's a sauce that I just got. And this one is 7,000 Scovilles.
So had you ever tried this before you got it, or was
I
this
hadn't. I got it, and I read a couple of reviews on it, and was like, oh, I think it was on sale or something. I got it,
right?
and it wasn't exorbitant for the box with everything else I was getting, and it was just okay. I got
You buy your hot sauces by the box.
this last time it was by the
I
I got a flat rate box, and it had 3 different boxes of hot sauce in it that had multiple bottles in every box.
Ooh, I like that. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to go find that one. That's good. It doesn't seem like
And it
doesn't
doesn't.
seem like it's got heat to it.
Yeah. It's
What's the Scoville on it?
this is 7,000 Scovilles. So
Wow, it's almost double the Cristal, and I don't.
Yeah.
It's got amazing flavor.
Yeah, the flavor is
Oh, good, really
super
good.
good. Just like a really sweet barbecue sauce.
Yeah, that's it. That's kind of what I just don't get the heat from it though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that definitely I'm going to put on that list.
So this next sauce is a blueberry and ghost pepper sauce.
Which when I saw that, I'm like, really? It doesn't.
So, this was on, I can't remember what season of Hot Ones it was
Right.
on, and that's why I got it. And I got it, and I took it to work,
Mhm.
and we did hot wings at work, and I tried it, and it was just, it's weird. It's got like a real strong vinegar taste, but then there's the blueberry, and it's...
See, I'm not getting the vinegar. I'm definitely getting the blueberry. I'm getting more heat on that one. Now I've got the vinegar. Now I can get the vinegar. The blueberry's more powerful,
Yeah.
but the vinegar is there.
So, like I said, this sauce is just, it's kind of weird, for me at least.
What's the Scoville on that one?
This one is 28,000 Scoville
Okay.
units.
I'm like tasting in the back of my throat. I'm feeling the heat, but and I definitely got the blueberry. But you can taste the vinegar there.
The
It's
vinegar,
interesting.
It's really kind of in and out almost.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a really good way of putting it. Okay. Well, we're doing good.
So 2,500 to 28,000 so far. So
Yeah, we're doing good.
this is a Hot Ones created sauce. It's Los Calientes. It's their original Los Calientes, which comes in at 39,000 Scovilles.
39. Okay.
Yep.
It smells really good.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you're opening it up, they smell really good.
The stuff that they put in here, it's fruity, it's spicy, it's. This is the only sauce my wife will. I have to order her own bottle.
That's another one I'm going to add to my list. Wow. Yeah, it is. It's really
So-
fruity. I
Yeah.
can.
So
So what's the hottest Scoville you've done? I got to do that because we're getting closer to that 2.2 million. Oh God, that is really good. I mean, it's really good.
the
You
flavor
can feel
is
the heat.
phenomenal.
You can definitely feel the heat.
And with this one, the heat will change from bottle to bottle. You'll get one bottle that's slightly spicier than the other,
Really?
just depending on when they're harvesting the peppers, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The hottest hot sauce I've had is probably around 100,000 Scovilles.
I think that's the hottest I've done too. So those last two,
There's some.
I'm looking at them. Yeah, because that's a steep step. That's a steep step. Well, you mentioned salsas before. Do you ever like get into the salsas, or are you just more?
I like salsas with chips. I had a shift sergeant when I started working in the prisons. Phenomenal guy who a couple times every couple of months would bring in a bucket of homemade salsa.
Right. Homemade
Just-
always beats. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Especially if you know somebody that does. Homemade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Al Siller was the guy's name, and if he offered you food and you didn't take it,
Right.
number one, he'd never give it to you again,
Right.
and number two, you were just an idiot.
Really.
I mean, phenomenal cook, great big Hispanic guy,
Yeah. Just heart of gold and not
Oh, yeah.
bringing food in.
and my goodness.
You gained weight on that one, huh?
Yeah. This sauce is called Assam, and it's another one from the Hot Ones
Right.
seasons. And I got this sauce, and this is my go-to curry. Put it in spaghetti, put it on pizza.
Really?
Just great flavor sauce. This is
I can see the curry part. Yeah, instantly. So you mentioned that you're a cook. Do you cook much?
I am an uninspired home cook. I can do some pretty basic stuff. I can't grill to save my life. If you want something undercooked or burned or both, I can put something on the barbecue.
God, that is really good. I call myself a professional amateur, and I don't think I'll ever aspire. I love to cook. The thing is, and kind of like with this, I like the social aspect of food. You know, about cooking for friends, having friends over, enjoying a dinner, enjoying a meal. sharing this, or I just like the social that it brings out. And I grew up. I think I was about 10 years old when I started. My parents were like, okay, each one of the three of us had to cook one meal a week.
Okay.
Couldn't be hot dogs and hamburgers. Had to be a real meal. So, and I'm of course, I'm the one that, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to take it to the extreme, So I'm like, all right, I want to cook. I think it was like beef bourguignon. I'm cooking with wine at 10. So my mom's having to, get the wine in there. And she's like, fine, if you want to try it. I was there watching me, drink in between. But, so I grew up cooking. And, then I get into fire service, and I learned a really important lesson. He who cooks doesn't do the dishes. And I hate dishes more than anything else. So I'd sit there and watch, and I love watching cooking programs. When I go back to when they were just television based, not the internet ones here. And so I'm like watching all these cooking programs at work, on my time down. And the guys aren't like interrupting me at all because they just figure that's what they're having for dinner that night. And I'm like, well, I just really hate dishes. Like, no problem. You just keep cooking, So I've always loved cooking, and I've always loved experimenting. And I spent a lot of time overseas. I spent, better part, probably about 10, 11 years overseas. And I got used to eating well-spiced food. And, well, I don't think it's related to the hot sauce. That was like a delayed reaction.
Yeah.
And I love like Indian food.
Yeah.
Because it's really well spiced. When you think of it with the Assam, the curry, it's really well spiced, but it's not hot spicy.
Yeah.
And I don't really like eating a lot of things that are hot for the sake of hot.
Yeah.
I want some flavor. I want some complexity to it. Occasionally, I'll do something stupid like we're doing here. But I like to have well-spiced food that's really well-rounded. And my favorite has been Indian for that, but even Jamaican. And so I like cooking and experimenting, and sometimes they work out, and other times not so much. I've probably burned as many steaks as I've had edible ones, or, completely raw on the center and the outside is charcoal. So I've been there. So like I said, a professional amateur.
So this is Dawson's hot sauce, and this one came with a wax seal on the...
Is that just for like marketing, or?
I think so. It wasn't super expensive or anything.
Have you seen? They have like the hot sauce aisle, and it's like all these weird types of it. I've tried a couple of them, and to me, they're just jokes.
Yeah.
They're just like they're a novelty. They're just a way of saying, okay, well, let's have like a really, really hot sauce, and they don't really put anything into it other than like peppers, vinegar.
Yeah. It's like, here's a basic. This is the bare minimum that it takes to be a sauce,
and then put a weird name on it.
Yeah.
And so I've never liked those. I always thought they're gimmicky.
Yeah.
They're just gimmicky, and and then they try and do the whole hot for the sake of hot versus, something that's tasteful. Now this one is, how many is this? 77?
This is 77,000 Scovilles.
Oh, I'm for sure, yeah. So why'd you pick this one?
This one was brand new when I got on the Heatonist website. It hadn't been on the site for more than maybe 48 hours.
It tastes like smoky in this.
Yeah, it's like a smoky barbecue.
Yeah, you were talking about that earlier. Yeah, I do. I taste some. I'm not getting much heat.
Yeah.
But I'm getting I like this. I can see this as a barbecue sauce. I could definitely see this.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of heat, like at the very back of your throat, almost. At least.
Yeah, I can taste a little bit, but it's not really.
It's not a kick you in the teeth hot.
No, it's a good flavor hot, and that's what I like about most of these. They're just, again, they're not hot for the first ones were they're hot sauces. They're just your standard hot sauce.
It's a good basic.
Right. But as you kind of get up, it seems like they're adding a lot more to them. They're trying to develop something more than just peppers, vinegar, in an oak cask, let them age, and then make hot sauce out of them.
And the different peppers seem to hit you in different parts
Yes.
of your mouth almost.
Yeah, yeah, and at different times.
Yeah.
You know, there's a couple of them. It's like after you've kind of like chewed and swallowed everything, then it kind of goes, oh, here I am.
Yeah.
You know, um, and this was how much?
Let's see. Dawson's is 77,000.
Yeah, and I'm not.
So it's like you hear that and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to be sweating or.
I know we got this.
anything
We
like
got this big thing of milk here, and I'm like, no, we still got two more.
Yeah.
And those, but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's good. It's a really good flavor.
that. Yeah, I'm getting just a little bit of build from it still, but not.
No, nothing unpleasant.
Yeah.
Nothing unpleasant at all. Well, I'm really glad we're doing this because to me, I'm learning about these sauces and I'm going to be on the hedonist and ordering, because I haven't tried these before. So, yeah, good on that.
And like a lot of these that I've ordered, I order them and I go, oh, awesome. And then they sit in my fridge and because I'm the only one in the house that likes super spicy things.
Right.
And so
Right.
I
Well-
might not crack them open for 6 months.
Well, here's the thing. So my daughters, we'll talk about this and we'll go on the other one. So my daughters are they're still young. They're 8 and 10, and they their palates are still developing. My youngest doesn't eat meat. She'll eat hot dogs, chicken, sausage, bacon, but not meat. And she was actually the first of the two to try hot sauce, and she tried this. A dab and just couldn't deal with it. I think peppers is too hot for her. My oldest, now she has tried this. She's a little bit more receptive, but neither one of them can really take any kind of heat, and that's fine. I mean, it is something you do have to develop that over time. You can't just guzzle, one of these for the first time if you've never, because then you don't really get anything from it. You're
it's just like, oh, it's hot.
right, and you don't
never
understand
experienced
how.
this.
Yes, and it's hot, and stop this. Why are you doing this to me?
Like a normal person.
Right. Well, I'm glad you said that. Like a normal person, because unlike us, we're still moving up.
This is the sauce that I probably ordered by mistake. Or I ordered it on purpose for this, but the ordering of it was probably a mistake. This one is the Bombien Insanity.
Right.
It has been continually on Hot Ones for every single season.
I remember,
It has
I've seen that.
Never been
Nobody's liked it.
nobody's liked it.
Yeah, it's and it was kind of thick and chunky when I was putting it on there. Well, and this is how much? This is
135,600 Scovilles.
all right. So we went from 77 or
To
135. All right. Well, let's see. We got the milk on standby, and no one's like that. I can see why. It has you know what?
There's no good flavor to it. It's hot.
It's almost got a chemical taste.
Yeah. This will probably be the only time that I eat this sauce.
Oh God, yes, no kidding. And it's hot. I'm going to the milk.
And it's like right in front of your face, at the very beginning of your nose. Just let me smash your face into a sidewalk.
Yeah, and there's no flavor to it.
And it doesn't go away.
No, because I'm drinking this milk. No, it doesn't. I'm gonna borrow this real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay. Don't worry about this cold source, nothing.
I don't know if it'll help, but
No, I just wanted the burn from that on my tongue. Okay. The nose begins to run.
yeah.
My doctor sees this, she's gonna be crap.
It just doesn't. It's like it filmed as soon as you ate it.
And that's a good way of putting it. It does. It just films it. And it just won't go away. And what we have in front of us, that was 100 and...
I'm trying not to think about that.
I know. Who brought up using that one at the end?
Probably me.
No. Actually, I think I was the one to go, hey, I got a bright idea.
When we were planning this, we were like, oh, that's an awful big jump from what we got, like under 100,000 to
Right.
2 million. And
Well, all right, I'm just kind of coating my mouth with this. And I'm keeping this out.
yeah,
Because I'm looking at that going, really? Okay. So let's talk about that. That is 2.2 million.
yeah, this one's 2.2, so it's
So we're jumping from 138 to 2.2. Okay, that's stupid.
let's see, 20 times or something like that. I can't math at the moment.
I can't math either because my mind is just like, look, I know I should not be eating this, but I don't care at this point. All right. So now that one is a custom sauce for The Last Dab, right? They made.
I don't think they made the bomb.
No, I'm talking about the one we're going to
the last time. Okay, the one.
The
next
stupid one.
I think, I mean, just from watching the show, like The Last Dab doesn't seem like it's so bad after that. It's hot, but it has redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
There is.
Do tell me what these ridiculous. Okay, wait, no. You said something. You got to go with it.
So
Tell me a redeeming quality of eating something that's a paste.
Yes, it's hot, but they made it so that there's some flavor behind it. It's not just here. Let me smash you into the ground because misery.
No, they're gonna wrap you in orange peel and then smash you into the ground.
But there's the orange peel, so you can go. Hey, at least the sun is shining while I'm having my parachute.
I love you,
fail.
buddy, but as a former, I love you, but you're full of it. We gonna do it?
Sure.
This is staying right here.
Yep.
We ain't going anywhere. Semper Fi.
This one is already done. I hadn't realized we had already swapped them. I'm not last dabbing it.
No, I'm forget that crap.
Maybe next time.
All right. Now, if I watch a lot of people that have done this, not that sauce, and I'll give you this, it does have some flavor to it. It does.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's still hot,
and I'm going to the ice cream again.
but it doesn't hit you the way that the bomb does. So.
Now wait, because every time I've seen people do like Pepper X and they go right, it's like, oh, it's got good flavor to it. Like 5 minutes later, they're
Like,
writhing in pain.
Yeah.
It's not hitting me like the bomb.
Yeah. See, the bomb
bomb
is
was-
just like right on the tip of your tongue, the front of your mouth, and just
It doesn't got a good flavor.
mean. It's chemically, it's.
Well, it to me, it had like a chemical hint to it. So, I've eating the ice cream. My justification is that all the crap in my stomach right now, I need this just to coat the stomach because I'm going to be. All right.
If my wife sees this, I'm sorry for having to deal with my existence for the next 36 hours.
Oh man. Well, that's just it. The people that I've seen that have done this, like 2 hours later, that's one guy I was telling you about that did the 9 million.
Yeah.
He was in the hospital that morning.
Yeah.
It's there. I mean, I can feel the heat.
Yeah.
I can feel the heat, but it's not.
It's not just hot because it's hot.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, I can feel it around my lips. But here's the thing that's, and I noticed too, right? You were talking about with the bomb, whatever,
Yeah.
the bomb. It like coats your
Yeah.
the milk was no
Yeah,
benefit,
didn't,
right?
Didn't do anything.
This, it does, you know? I mean, I still feel it. And I'm fairly certain I'm going to be having antacids all night long for my meal. But, yeah, I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
Am I going to put this like on wings every time? No. But doing this again, yeah, we'll definitely do it.
I don't know that I would want to go hotter than this. Like, I don't know that I would want to get into the
No, because
the essence of.
well, and
pepper.
those are distilled.
Yeah.
You know, they're distilling to the very basic element,
Mhm.
and again, those become hot. Just to say you're hot.
Yeah.
And it's a giant measuring contest, right? Like, ooh, I drink, you know, or I had the 9 million Scoville,
Yeah.
okay, and your ER visit cost you how much?
Yeah.
You know, versus, all right,
And this we can still enjoy a conversation.
right, and that's just it. And so that was the whole idea behind this, and I had a lot of fun. Yeah, this was a blast. I'm going to be feeling it tonight.
Yeah.
But it was still great. It was great having a conversation and talking about these things. And, you know, nothing was scripted. It was just, you know, kind of let the sauce. I'd like to do it again, and I think we will, and get a couple other guys just to sit around and talk sauces and talk cooking and outdoors and whatever happens to come up. But
Sir.
thank you. It was a blast. Thank you for your and thank you for the information, because yeah, a couple of these I'm definitely going to get on the hedonist in order. Thank you to everybody for watching. I'm gonna see how well my editing skills improved as I edit this and try and get it out later. So we did it. 2.2 million Scovilles.
2.2 million Scovilles. And
All right.
Good on you for cleaning that wing.
I
I gotta drive home, and
Jay.
I wimped out just a little bit.
All right, buddy. Thank you. All right, thanks.